Hello everyone, it's good to have you once again. Your health, your life, that's what we want. We want you to be healthy. Today we're going to be talking about pulmonary tuberculosis. In this era of COVID-19, we have forgotten, or it seems we have forgotten about the common problems that we deal with, like malaria, like TB. Everybody's talking about COVID. So just a few notes on TB. So TB is an infection of the lung that is caused by a bacteria. It has a very fancy name. We won't get into that. But what I want you to know is that TB is spread through what we call aerosols. Now, aerosols are just more like liquids, small liquids that have particles in them. And those particles are the bacteria. And they can spread from one person to another. Now, these are very small aerosols, and they have the ability to last in the air for quite some time. That is why we always say that if somebody has TB, they should be in a nicely aerated room. What are the symptoms of TB? Well, someone can have a chronic cough, and that would be a cough that would last more than 3 weeks. In that cough, they may be producing sputum. Sometimes the sputum has blood in it, or it's just blood altogether. So those are a few things that can alert you. Some patients also complain of chest pain. Others fail to breathe properly. They feel as if they're hungry for air hunger, or breathlessness. Most people also experience a fever. Some people sweat profusely at night. Then some people, as the disease progresses, they also begin to lose weight. So those are the key symptoms that you get for pulmonary TB. Some also have generalized body weakness and other non-specific symptoms that some patients may experience. But if you're having those, there's a high probability that you have TB. TB not only affects the lungs, but it can also affect other parts of the body. It can affect the brain, it can affect the abdomen, it can affect any organ in the body. Yes. So that's one thing we have to know about TB. And in most cases, if it affects all those organs of the body, it tends to be more dangerous. How do we test for TB? When you go to the hospital or the clinic, they're going to test for a sputum, which may come out positive for TB. They may also do a chest x-ray. A chest x-ray just gives us an idea of how your lungs are. It can give us an idea if there's any infection in the lung. And when you look at the chest x-ray, we'll be able to see if there are any features on it that could be highly suggestive of TB, and in some cases we may start treatment based on the x-ray alone and not just the results of your sputum. So if you've heard about somebody who's been on TB treatment, despite their sputum being negative, that is possible and it happens. For pulmonary TB, when I say pulmonary, I mean TB of the lungs. So for TB of the lungs, usually we put the patient on treatment for 6 months. So you'll be required to be on treatment for a whole 6 months. During the first stages of your treatment, you may be required to isolate yourself to avoid crowded places. And the people that live with you may have to be on medication to prevent them from getting the TB from you. This especially applies if they're young children or if they're people with HIV and AIDS. If you do have HIV and AIDS yourself, you are at a high likelihood of developing TB than somebody who does not. 2, somebody may get TB from another person, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to have tuberculosis disease. Some people have tuberculosis infection. By that we mean some people get the bacteria into their body, but their immune system is strong enough to keep it from manifesting itself. And then when the immune system over time fails, the disease shows itself. So those people that have the infection but no symptoms of it and live without even realizing it have what we call TB infection. And then when symptoms actually develop, it becomes active TB, which is TB disease. So TB is real. Take care of yourself. If you do have TB, make sure you finish your treatment. If you do have TB and you stay with people, encourage them to come to the hospital so we can see if they qualify to give them certain drugs that may prevent them from contracting TB. So in this era of COVID-19, as we have seen, the cases are going up. Remember, stay safe. Let's also remember that we are also at risk of developing these same conditions that we've always had, like TB and malaria. So let's keep ourselves safe. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get more content like this, to keep you updated on current medical health issues. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.